again with another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you. And I hope that today has gone well for you. Today is Saturday, June the 22nd, 2024. It's about 9:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I hope you're doing good. I hope you had a good Saturday. I hope it's been a productive Saturday, and I hope it's been a fun Saturday for you. I hope that you were able to enjoy time with friends, family, etc. Tomorrow's Sunday. I really do hope that you make Sunday just as productive and fun. One more day, right? One more day before you have to go back to work. But, 2 days off. That's every weekend, right? Let's get straight into the topic of this video, though. Gen Z, my generation, we're screwed. As of right now, the big news that's come out is that home prices have hit a new record high. The median home price was $419,300. That's a lot. Now think about it. The fact that the median salary isn't even 1/4 of that, right? But I mean, it's just crazy. $419,300 was the median home price in May. Now think about this. There was a time when you could have a job. You could buy a home, raise a family, do all that on one income, right? But nowadays, we're talking about a home that's $419,300. How are you going to do that on today's type of salary? Like, you almost need 2 salaries just to buy a home, right? It's crazy. And interest rates still hovering around 7%, which is high, right? But they say that inventory has gone up by 6.7% month to month, and 18.5% higher inventory year over year. So we have more houses on the market, but at the same time, they're still high, still expensive. And it makes me very concerned for my generation. Not only is the price of the home high, but the interest rate is high. I mean, man. I'm an older Gen Zer, right? I'm like the very beginning of Gen Z, pretty much. And, man, it's concerning, right? You try to do all the right things. You save your money. You do all these different things. But it's like they almost want to make it impossible to own a home, right? At least here in the United States. $419,300, a new record high. If you're a Gen Zer, at this point, you're screwed, right? You can do everything right, save money, invest, but man, if these home prices don't at least stagnate at some point, most of my generation will absolutely be priced out. And we already are priced out for the most part. I think the average age of a home buyer is like in their 40s now. So we're talking somebody who is well into their career. They may have a lot more savings than somebody in their 20s and 30s, but in your 40s, those are people that are already established. They're not, people that are, my age. When a lot of people back then were in their 20s buying houses. A while back, people would buy houses in their 20s. Nowadays, you just don't see that anymore. Another thing is that the Federal Reserve is only expecting to cut interest rates one time this year, when before they expected to cut the interest rates 3 times. Right? So their prediction went from 3 interest rate cuts this year to 1 interest rate cut this year. And they say it's because, inflation just isn't going down like they thought it would go down. And it's unfortunate. A lot of people thought, 2024 we would see things kind of turn around, things get better as far as the economy, but it's just kind of the same as it was last year. Everything all expensive and ridiculous, and that's just the unfortunate reality. The unfortunate reality of the situation is that if you're Gen Z and you're seeing this, and you're looking at your wage, and you're looking at home prices, you're looking at the interest rates, you're also looking at the fact that homeowners insurance is very expensive, property taxes are very expensive. Because remember, even if you're able to afford a home this expensive, your property taxes, depending on where you live, will be pretty high. Now, there's some states where the property taxes are lower, some states where the property taxes are higher, but it's based off of your home's appraised value. So the more your home is worth, the more in property taxes you're going to pay. Even if your property taxes are lower, they're going to get you in other ways. Homeowners insurance, this insurance, if you live in a flood-prone area, flood insurance. If you didn't put 20% down, mortgage insurance. All these different variables that you have to go through, all these different hoops that you have to jump through just to get into a home, right? Your credit score has to be high. You have to have stable income, which, those things, there's nothing wrong with having those things as qualifications. You don't want anybody to default on their loan, but I've heard some instances where you have to have I think you have to stay in a job for a certain number of years or something like that, and at least that's what I've heard. I'm it kind of depends on who the lender is, but when you see this, and then also remember the fact that I think the statistic is that over 1/3 of houses that are being sold or are going over are being sold over listing price, right? They're being sold over listing price. So not only is the house expensive, but the house is still being sold over listing price. I mean, can you believe that? There's still a lot of people out here that are willing to overpay. And that's because there's just not a ton of houses going up for sale, right? The market is not going to crash anytime soon, based on many experts' predictions as well. So we're going to continue to see this 7% interest rate. Like I say, median home price, record high, $419,300. If you're Gen Z, let me know what your plan is below in the comments. You still plan on saving and buying a home? You plan on alternative means of housing? What's your plans? I still want a home one day, but at this point, I'm not even 100% sure if that's what I truly want. Like, I want it, but do I truly want a home? The headache of all these different expenses. Something to think about. Something to think about in my future. Because I don't want to rent forever. I don't want to pay rent, even if the apartment is nice. Like, I don't want to just be a renter forever. I do want to build wealth. I mean, with a house you can build wealth, but man, houses, man, they take a lot of money from you as well too. And the question is there going to be a net positive that comes from that? And I'm not only talking about financially, but I'm talking about just all the different headaches. Because remember too, you have to pay for all the repairs on that house. And the cost for repairs has gone up too. Need a new roof, new AC, right? New appliances, right? Remodel, although that's optional. All that stuff's going to cost more than it used to cost before. Man, I want a home, but man, I don't know. I'm a Gen Zer that kind of feels screwed by the whole situation, though. Gen Z in general, right? These wages, the inflation, man. And Gen Z, the oldest Gen Zers, like people in my age range, it's bad for us. It's bad. It's rough. Man. Gotta think about my plan for the future. Where am I gonna be? What am I gonna do? Right? Housing, right? Anyway, I do thank y'all for watching this video. Hope you were relaxed, and I hope that I did inspire a thought. this is something that's important, especially if you're a young person like me. You're a young person, but you just, going into your career and everything, and, you're starting to make a livable wage. Is it enough to buy a house? What if you have a significant other? Now, that does make it easier. If you're able to have two incomes, dual incomes, that makes it easier to get into a house. But is it worth it? Probably so, depending on the price point. But you just have to think about the fact that you might have to overpay for a house that you want, because there's a lot of people that are paying over list price for these houses. A lot of corporations buying up these houses and turning them into rentals. That American dream they were talking about, what happened to it? Where is it gone? $419,300 median home price. What happened? What happened? Whew, man. That's rough. That is rough. If you're Gen Z, you need to really be thinking about these things. Think about your future. Think about housing. Do you want to be a renter forever? Is that a situation that you might find yourself in? Who knows? Who knows? But it's just something to think about. Oh man, it's unfortunate. And we have to understand that there's no end in sight for this too. There is no end in sight. So if you're Gen Z, I want you to think about these things. Anyway, thank you for watching.